So it was the second ever game for Vanderbilt playing the ABCA First Serve Showcase. It was our first ever season as a volleyball program ever. Vanderbilt never had a women's volleyball program prior to this season. And the first ever game in program history, 3-1. It was played at home and at Vanderbilt. But it was played like outdoors, the outdoor game. It wasn't like a very huge outdoor game, but I want to have something special to commemorate the first ever game at Vanderbilt instead of just playing like regular home game inside like the gym. Like, like a lot of schools, they use like the basketball court as like the volleyball court as well. Some schools may have their own like standalone like volleyball court. Standalone basketball court. Hosts the men's and basketball court. And some have the men's and basketball and volleyball on the same court. If they have women, a lot of schools have women's volleyball. Most schools do. They have women's volleyball and men's and basketball on the same court. And some that have schools that have men's volleyball, they have men's volleyball, women's volleyball on the same court, which makes sense. They have a standalone volleyball arena. Otherwise, they have the two volleyball programs and the two basketball programs on the same court. They said like the basketball hoops like moved up, not taken out, but they're like moved up as far as you can still get like hit. And we have in the Memphis trip. Memphis wins 3-6. Or Northwest State. Kansas State sweeps Wichita State. Shocker Classic as well. And then the Bearcat Invitational. Southern Illinois beats Tulane 3-6-2. As in Sam Houston State. In the defeats East Texas A&M 3-6-1. In the Line Invitational. At Idaho University. Portland defeats Roberts 3-0. Arizona defeats Alabama State 3 sets in the Wildcat Classic. In the Rumble in the Rockies Invitational. The Rocky Mountains are like known for Corral. It was maybe at Corral or at Corral State. One of those schools in Wyoming defeat Tulsa 3-1. And then St. Louis in the Southern Indiana Invitational. They defeat St. Louis. Or St. Louis defeats Southern Indiana 3 sets. Southern Indiana defeats St. Louis in 3 sets. St. Louis defeats Southern Indiana in 3 sets. St. Louis defeat the host, Southern Indiana, at their own Invitational. 3 sets to love. 3-0 sweep. And the 30th. There are some good games. Bunch of games. This is Central Time. You can see all the games. Some are on Flow Volleyball. Some. Let's see here. Volleyball. Some are not televised, so despite it's Nora Stetson. And the Stetson team is not televised, so. See, there is still a good amount of televised games. Not every game is televised, though. Not every game is televised, even the teams that host school of these invitations. Some schools have it too. Some schools just televise like the home team. Like Stetson. Like some teams might just televise like a home team matches. Some teams might just televise the home team matches. Then you have some schools, or some, and then like the home team and ESPN Plus. And some have it to where the home team gets like every match is televised on ESPN Plus. UCF does a good job about that. like Radford is it would win about that. The Rocket Invitational to your Rocket. And then you have some that are like determined like the rates. Like the CAA team rates, they're on the coast, and then Big Ten teams hosting invitationals. They're at home. The SEC schools might do the same thing. And then you have some where the games might be on not so some of these games might be on like school websites. Like the home games, and then you might see like the games that are the home games between the home teams. Like a neutral site game, or you might see like the home team's game only televised on the school website, or some like the other games are televised, like the neutral site games are televised on the school website, and then like the home team games on ESPN Plus, or the only game televised is the home team game on ESPN Plus. Some have it like UCF or BYU or Toledo Rocket or other schools to host every game of their invitational on ESPN Plus. So some don't have any games televised. Some of these, or a lot of these, are just untelevised. As you can see right here. Some might be on like some of the other like North Dakota State games, but some like Army Akron, NC State Invitational, that's untelevised. Like some like Mexico State, that might be since Big Ten, like some schools might choose not to televise it, but it probably on big. If it is, it's on Big Ten. You can see right here a lot of games. Duke Invitational, Duke decides to televise them all, and then they choose them like EC Extra, like at least you're televised them. So yeah, some do not choose to televise them. Games choose not to televise like their own school website now and insert their own school website or streaming service. So yeah, some games they choose not to be like televised, like they're not televised. However, some games are televised though. So it's just some are not televised, some are televised. So it just depends on the game.